So I ended with the Whispered One, I'm assuming.
So what information do you have on the Whispered One?
It's like highly restricted. Well, it's like highly advise you not
to go there.
So it's like can give.
But
so
not recommended.
It's like can give, but.
Okay, no.
But
I do not want to.
But historically speaking, knowing more about the Whispered One can invite the Whispered One.
Oh well, let's not do that because I'm in the wrong place to do that.
Well, no, it's like he can't come here now.
Yeah.
The hero, like referencing the old, the heroes of old guaranteed that. Yeah. But the Whispered One almost took Sigil.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to bring the Lady of Pain in here because I referenced. Yes.
Yes, like
I am.
Its true name is not allowed to be spoken in Sigil. But so it could write it in front of you.
Thanks for telling me that now.
That's why it's calling it the Whispered One. Because it's whispered across many realms. It's whispered.
Okay, so her Dubois, where can I find them?
Usually in places that need to be repaired. They are the maintenance. They go through. It's like look for those that are casting runes and symbols in front of them. You will probably find them. And of course, accompanying Lady of Pain if she's
around.
If she's around. Referencing Lady of Pain with that. Usually crowds disappear.
With good reason. I mean, I do not wish to directly speak with the Lady of Pain because I do not want ripped into a million pieces of sheet metal. Or scrap metal, I should say. But maybe speaking to her servants can lead me to the item I desire from the Lady of Pain.
But yes, the boss, they maintain public buildings, portals, and utilities.
All around Sigil.
In the City of Doors.
In the City of Doors.
Yeah, they don't.
They never leave the City.
They never leave the City of Doors. But they do not speak. Or sign words. They create illusionary images that might speak in symbols.
Illusionary images.
Yes. So.
Can they understand spoken common? Okay, so they can at least understand me. I started to say, I'm like, I might need some runes.
So, but when they ever communicate to the Lady of Pain, it's always through these symbols that no one can interpret.
Okay. That's fine.
So,
I don't need to interpret that.
But if they communicate, they usually will pull up an image to communicate if they really wish to. But they don't speak or they don't use any hand for this.
They just form runes and pictures. Okay. So I may need to locate them soon. What information do you have pertaining to Mask?
Mask deceased multiple times. So lost power every time. Been used as a weapon multiple times. Referencing additional time added. It's true. It's like additional time. Yeah. It's like now been in the symbol of a great beast. Been a sword. So.
What was the sword you speak of?
So, also known as God's Bane. So been broken. It lost power, transferred power. So, sword reforged with other deities. So, Mask continues to lose power. Mask whereabouts unknown until recently, thanks to your entry.
assume. Do you know the last known whereabouts of the God's Bane?
Cast into the future.
Do you know which year?
Unknown future. So, only one half, other half stored in Sigil.
And I'm assuming it's in possession of the Lady of Pain.
Unknown, assumed. So, again, assumed.
Yeah.
What are we painting? I can't see.
Figures.
Just random stuff.
I know, I couldn't tell what figures you were doing.
One of my barbarians, I'm touching him up.
Oh, okay. So shiny shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Would the Lady of Pain shred me into a million pieces if I give her the figure of Mask that's within my pocket?
Referencing.
I know she does not like
It's
Mask.
like,
Dear.
It's
She
like,
ran around
alright,
between her bars.
giving it as a religious tribute or gift.
No, just presenting it to her that this is Mask. Do unto him as you choose.
Well, it's not mask. It's just.
Well,
it's
I mean,
just it's just a conduit.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just curious if I
unknown referencing. It's like previous accepted, previous unaccepted.
I'm just curious if I need to even be around her with it. That's why I ask.
So,
If she senses Mask's presence within or on me, then
referencing what's added. You have a pocket dimension inside of Sigil. So functions normally, unless Lady decides it to not.
deemed it. Yeah.
So
there's a 50-50 chance, basically. Okay.
yeah, because your cloak's a cloak of holding. So,
Yeah.
so it just
That's why
because
I'm wondering.
you've brought it to here,
Mm.
but Lady of Pain not disabled.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't
So-
disable it whenever I
so-
walked in, so and she
So-
definitely knows I'm here.
So, Lady of Pain, earlier references, knows all portals and pocket dimensions in or out of Sigil. So she knows, but doesn't necessarily know that she knows the contents.
Yeah.
She just knows it's there.
Gotcha.
That's what makes the lady so terrified too. She can basically disable every bag holding. So if people have their foods or whatever, it's just like nothing.
Back to Mask. Would Mask be trying to rid Cyric on his own, or is he being guided by Shar?
I'm trying to think about how a library would say this, or an AI. This thing is an AI. Referencing Mask considered embarrassment by Shar. Mask trying to regain favor with Shar,
By destroying Cyric.
regain power, and assume where he is. Mask gives more power to Shar than Zarek. not too many wizards come in really probably talk and do like this.
Oh,
This is their references.
Yeah. Who was the last wizard that walked in?
Good question.
What'd you say?
Good question.
Oh, that is a good question. The two wizards up front told you it doesn't get visited very often.
Yeah, not very often. I mean, I know Azuth walked in here the day Omni was given to Bjorn.
Mm-hmm.
But has there been one since?
Just remember, time works different.
21.
So it's been 21 years in Sigil time. Or time acts odd.
That was very odd. So who was it?
Are you all? It's like you wonder.
I mean, this is stuff that just popped up in my head, so.
I don't dig your all's grades. Just remember that. Actually, the last wizard. I got a couple options. Ha. Driz.
Spell that?
D-R-I-Z-T. Oh, sorry, two Z's.
Is it?
Dariz.
D-R-I.
Z-Z-T.
Z-Z-T.
Is that how it's spelled?
D-R-I-Z-Z-T. And they have the pronunciation. It's all capital. This is all capital. I'm like,
all right. Okay. That's who I thought that was.
Okay. That got funky.
If I reference Drizzt, would I be banished from the realm?
You?
Nope. Okay.
You got the full name?
Do Urand?
Yep. Okay.
Drizzt. Do earned.
Yep.
Erden.
Erden.
Yep.
Yeah. Driz, Do, Urand. Yeah. So.
Goodness gracious.
Okay, so can you show me his entry?
It's like.
Do you know what that is?
Not a
No,
clue.
no,
Not a clue.
he doesn't.
I've never heard that name before.
Simple excerpt is a drow exile from the city of Mozarkenben and is a fugitive from the wrath of Loth
So
and her priest,
well, I mean,
her head priest.
he's running from both.
Yeah, fugitive. He wandered to the surface world and gathered a circle of friends, became known as the champions of the companions of the Hall.
Champions of Hall. And there is so much information to learn that it's.
You read the book. Crystal Shard. Just got to read the book.
Well, I'm trying to refrain from reading all of that
But
What's an awesome book?
Well, I know, but I don't want to kill the story either.
Well, no, this just gives you some background.
Yeah.
So it gives you a background. Technically, if you want, you can.
He has a very big legend associated with him, so his name would go to most people.
Yeah, so it's like if you'd say that outside of this hall, a bunch of people would recognize it.
Yeah.
They're like, again, you're in a library. There's all these wizards. Wizards would be gathering up all this information. The question is, well, he's here. Again, he is hiding from Loth. So that probably gives you good reason why he's in Sigil.
Well, I mean,
just saying.
I was saying, I'm like, that's a really good reason to hide.
What better place to be when you don't want her doesn't mean that it pertains to you or your quest.
No, but
It does not mean though that.
That there's not something that I couldn't learn from them either.
No, you learn a lot of things.
See, I think I can spend years in just this library researching stuff.
It's like this library is connected to all the realms.
Yeah.
So just be careful not to go down the wrong rabbit hole.
Yeah. So, okay. So, trying to get back on topic with Cyric. Once the book has all the pages of Cyric and the cards, is there a particular location the book would need to go in order to have Cyric read it? Is there under a certain moon, during a certain time? I mean,
unknown. You are the one that added the entries to Cyric's books and added the century to the cards. Technically, you don't really you knew that Mass gave them to him. You don't necessarily know they're a god deck.
No, I mean, but I know that I have to have them.
Yeah,
that's the only information I know.
You have, it's searching your memories. Technically, it's pulling it from compile.
Okay, I was just wondering if there was any other information from previous years.
Yeah, and the entry on the book of truth, so it's got talking about it knows that you have the book of questions, the book of answers.
Yeah.
So you've got all these pieces in you going through.
So it could be a combination of all the books.
So that's what it's going to take. It's it is taking lawfulness and
just didn't know if there was a particular realm that I would need to be in.
So
I didn't know if Hades would have anything to do with this, or if I needed to be in a holy place.
Referencing problem is you're not really that versed in.
No.
That's the one thing other than you just cold hard facts coming into the library about religion. There are very few religious.
Yeah.
There are very few religious wizards.
That's true.
But there are some that go through. They all collect the Mystra, collecting some of the others to get power. But so I'm trying to think how the library would say it. So
that's fine. I can always.
So unknown. So referencing library, highest possible person. What does it mean? So possible referencing enemy of Cyric. So hot, top candidate.
Tier.
Bane.
So is Bane actually alive in this?
Yeah, he came back. You can only take it on a god for so long. No. So because like I said, you can kill the gods, but they'll reform as long as people still follow them. The only way that they go, you got to destroy all their followers. Sort of like what Cyric did to Lolth.
Yeah.
And wiped them out.
Oh.
It's that way.
So, reference Bane. Is there a location for Bane that you know of? I mean, of course, this being a library.
References. Find Bane's temples.
Which could be in any.
They can. They're not. They're not in Thetadolyon. Bane is not. Bane is not.
So, I mean, I've got a multiverse map right in front of me.
You do?
So, it does around. Tell me which universe it is, does it? I mean,
they're all over.
Okay. So, why are some going slow and some going super fast?
Speed time.
Speed of time. Speed of time is...
So represented.
Okay.
So, do you look at the map carefully again?
Yeah.
So, do insight.
22.
Remember you looked at Thetadolyon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say it was spinning?
No.
So, it's a fixed point, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right above the spire.
Right above the spire, yeah.
So, do you look at it deeper and look?
Yeah. I'll inspect it closer.
So,
why is Thetadolyon not moving?
look at it really close. And you sort of look. It is moving. So only someone that is highly magical and sense it can tell it's moving. It's falling. Talking like
That's not
it's like you can't. It's like the normal person would not be able to tell it's falling, but you can tell it's falling. Falling towards the spire. Ever so gradually.
Is this because of all the evil that is in Thetadolyon?
Unknown, no references to Thetadolyon except what you brought.
But
But every other world, even the planes you look, the planes, the outer planes that are below Sigil, like they spin. So, the world tree is spinning the opposite of the planes. The spire is fixed.
mm-hmm.
The ring of the ring of the City of Doors is fixed and sitting on top of the spire. Again, Thetadolyon looks like a little point a few inches above.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that you really see is the direction of sort of like it's like a point, and it's almost like little, like how like embers coming.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can see it sort of moving, like to give the idea like it's falling. Like how like fire falls and sparkles are left.
Mm.
So.
What would happen if Thetadolyon fell into the spire? Would it reset? Is that what causes a reset?
Accessing your reference reset has already happened.
Mm-hmm. But would it cause another, or does it trigger something worse?
Referencing your memories. Going back, pulling references from the book, like even your book history.
Yeah.
It's like, do you wish to see Thetadolyon before Sarek, before the reset?
As the
Mel and Chris.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it shows. So it shows back, and it's much higher.
But it's not falling.
No, it falls. It's like you wish to fast forward time? Like,
so this
like,
is before. So this is before Cyric, and it moves up. So, how many years ago was it that Cyric came in Thetadolyon time?
2,000 years ago.
All right, so 2,000 years ago, it was so much higher above. Then it started falling.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what from 2,000 years ago until present day.
So, which iteration from 2,000 years ago does the book wish to relive, since the book has been part of the iteration? So, do you wish to see the book's timeline?
Yes.
That is put in?
Yeah.
All right. So it starts.
So the book is over 5,000 years
Yes.
old.
So the book. So referencing from the point the book was made. From the point the book was made, the Thetadolyon is at the topmost part above the spire. Think of it stay like it's a foot above. But it's like directly
over.
There's nothing else that comes in orbit of it or even close. So it stays in that point. So time passes. 2,000 years ago, right before 2,000 years ago, it starts falling.
Right before.
Right before 2,000 years ago, it starts falling.
So right
it's like
before.
quickly, and at 2,000 years ago, it pops back up about halfway. So then it goes. Then it says through the course of life, through the iterations. Roll your D100.
97.
There were 97 instances of it going up and down, as you see it come down and it resetting. But it goes back to that mid-fixed point. So then it gets to your timeline. After 97 of those things, it comes back to the top point in the middle, when Cyric. So then, it goes from then to now, and then it's where it is now.
There's more than just Cyric causing this.
I know, with data provided.
Yeah. Thetadolyon is just. This makes my book hurt. Or my table of contents hurt.
Are your pages turning yellow? So, but remember, it always reset, right? I'm saying reset, reset.
Times.
But then once you all defeated Cyric, it went past that point.
Okay.
It just went past that point. Now heading down.
Hola. It's scary to think about what would happen if it reached Sigil. Judging by the rate of descent, how long would it take to actually fall into Sigil?
So unknown. You've not don't have data since you left. So all it has is the point from when you left.
Okay.
That you experienced.
Gotcha. I think I'm going to take a minute and step outside.